Well, it's been hours after the Olympics had their closing ceremony, but still, so many golden moments are going through our heads, in my head right now, and there's definitely been a bit of questionable moments with the judge's decision. And when you think about all the sweat and tears each player would have put in for the past 4 years, just waiting to compete fairly in the Olympics, I just can't seem to, sit too comfortably with that in my mind. But I believe all things happen for a reason, and whoever was fair or unfair, the world was all watching, and they know it, and they know what's up. Anyways, all I want to say to all the players who competed in the Sochi Olympics, I want to congratulate you all for being such amazing players representing your country. And we know all you guys gave your best, of course. And you fought very well, making you all winners in my mind. So we're going to start today's show with the first song with Sugar Babes, Sweet and Amazing, Make It the Best. That was Sweet and Amazing, Make It the Best by the Sugar Babes. And you guys are now tuned into TBS efm 101.3, listening to What's Poppin'. And the first half of our show is brought to you by Simmons Korea. Alrighty, y'all. Good morning and welcome to What's Poppin' with Brian Ju on TBS efm 101.3 in Seoul and its surrounding areas, GFN 98.7 in Gwangju and 93.7 in Yeosu. Now, here are ways to get in contact with us. Pretty simple. You can send us a text message to sharp or pound 1013 for a charge of 51. We're live in the studio today, so that means you can give us a call at 02-778-1013. Hit us up on Twitter at TBS What's Poppin'. Also, our email, efmpoppin@gmail.com. That's pretty simple right there. Pretty simple. Just send us an email, text, call. That's what we want you to do right now, actually, to call in since we're live. We get a little chit-chat time, get to know me, I get to know you, and better yet, you get to request your favorite R&B track, because that's what we're doing here today. Also about our open studio, we'll be having our open studio this Wednesday, the 26th. So please remember to be here about 10:45 a.m. because I try to get the show started by 11 a.m. And, so if you have any questions about that or interested in being a part of that, please send us an email for that as well. With that said, we're going to get into pop-up verse. And you guys know by now what I do here is I drop a verse on y'all about my thoughts on what I gave you at the beginning of our show. So you guys are more than welcome to figure out which songs I took the verses from. So here we go. Now, there's been a lot of moments in the 2014 Sochi Olympics, some that made people smile, some that gave us a good laugh, and others that made people pretty upset. And I know that a lot of Koreans, as well as people who are rooting for Yoona Kim, are pretty upset about the results of the women's figure skating game. Now, there were also rumors about how Russia vowed to help American skaters Charlie White and Meryl Davis win gold in exchange for the country's success in team and pairs events. And this also brought frowns to people's faces as well. But the Olympics is about friendly competition. It's not always about the medal. It's about finding union among all nations through sports. So let's remember the laughing moments, like during the open ceremony where there was a major lighting malfunction when only 4 of the 5 snowflake-shaped lights turned on for the Olympic rings to launch the games. Also, U.S. figure skater Ashley Wagner's face after her short program became the first internet meme of the Olympics. Then there were the heartwarming moments, of course, when Canadian freestyle skier Alex Billedine dedicated his gold medal to his older brother Frederick, who has cerebral palsy, and also snowboarder Shaun White went to give a hug to Ben Hughes, a 10-year-old cancer survivor, after his half-pipe competition. Now, all these episodes add up to make the Olympics. Every player gave it their best shot, proving that they're all winners. And now they can all kick back and tell themselves, I'm that star up in the sky. I'm that mountain peak up high. Hey, I made it. I'm the world's greatest. That was R. Kelly with The World's Greatest. Yes, good song. Right now you guys are tuned into What's Poppin'. And guess what, y'all? Y'all know what today is. It's Monday. What's Monday mean? Today is the day that I love the most here at What's Poppin'. It's R&B day, of course. Poppin' grooves. That's what we do here. So if you guys have any R&B tracks or slow jams you guys want to listen to, it could be a throwback, it can be a new track, it could be anything that makes you feel good inside, but make sure it's an R&B track, something smooth, something that makes you feel good inside, groovy music, of course. Send your requests through text, message, Twitter, whatever it is. But we emphasize, please give us a call because we are live today in the studio. But right now, we're going to go over some Twitter comments. Let's see. Mariko Iguchi said, I would like to request, Hey, Mr. DJ by Zayn. Well, thank you. I think that's a song I know. Hey, Mr. DJ, put a record on. Not sure if that's a song. I'm always guessing. Anyways. Also, Yokonada said, good morning. I'd like to request Nothing on You by B.O.B. featuring Bruno Mars. Thanks. Well, thank you for your request. Also, Linda Kim said, you're singing so sweet. I always like your version of all the songs. Thank you very much. I'm pretty sure the original artist won't like that, but yeah, thank you very much, Linda. And one more before we play the next song. We got one from Brian G. Singapore saying, good morning, Brian G. Music, TBS, what's poppin'? Have a nice week ahead and keep warm. Please play Bruno Mars, When I Was Your Man. Thanks, B. Well, thank you guys very much for all your requests, but keep those requests coming for your favorite R&B or soul tracks. But for now, we're going to play a song for you now. Set up for the song, of course. Now, sometimes things don't go the way we want them to, you know. It's a bummer when, you know, when you try your best, nothing goes exactly to plan. Now, even though all the moments can make you feel down and out in those kind of situations, the best thing is that we can get out of it is to, you know, give your best shot. No matter how hard it is and how, you know, sucky you might feel, you give it your best shot, and that moment will feel so great. You'll feel like you're on top of the world. So that's the song we got set up for you guys right now. This is Josh Tatum with On Top of the World. Alrighty, y'all, it's that time again. What time is it? It's time for Brian's tips to tip the scale. Now, I just want to remind you guys, do not freak out. But like, I don't want to go on a diet. I don't want to lose weight. I'm not always here about teaching you about how to lose weight. I'm here to help you guys to tip your scale towards a better life. Sometimes it could be getting skinnier. Sometimes it might be a habit that you need to fix. Now, today, if you guys know the show, of course, The Biggest Loser. Of course, you guys probably didn't know, but I actually watch that religiously when I can. But you guys know one of the trainers, very famous. Her name is Jillian Michaels. And she's one scary lady, but a really great trainer that brings results. Now, she has some tips to give you guys about bad fitness habits. Now, we all need to, you know, listen to this and fix our bad fitness habits. Now, she's seen a lot of them, of course. And she can say that, you know, not only are there bad habits that can prevent your hard work from showing results, but also might cause injuries. Plus, they can affect your long-term health. So pay attention, y'all. So if you're guilty of one of these, please make that change, including myself. I might have a few things I need to change up. Like number one, working out on an empty stomach. Now, there used to be an old theory where you burn more fat if you work out on an empty stomach. But actually, you need to give your body some fuel before you push it to the max. Studies, show that people who work out on an empty stomach burn necessary elements on exercising that they end up being burned out and being sluggish throughout the rest of the day. So grab a little something about 45 minutes to an hour before training. For me, I have to actually eat something about 2 hours before, because if I eat something 45 minutes to an hour before, I'll get, stomach pains and I can't really focus out on the training and all. Everybody's different. Alrighty, try to figure out what your body's used to. 2 hours, 1 hour, 45 minutes before a training session, you need to put something in your system. You need more calories to burn and improve your muscle tone. There you go. Number two, not working out with intensity. Now, intensifying your workout is very crucial to burning fat. If you want results, you gotta give it your all, which is why only doing cardio, skipping muscle training, getting stuck in a workout rut will never bring results. The only time you should decrease intensity is if you feel that, you're working a little too hard to keep the proper form. In that case, slow down, because what happens later on, you're gonna hurt yourself, and we don't want that to happen. And number three, the most important thing, and a lot of people skip this. I see this in the gym all the time because they think it's not important. Very important. Skipping the stretches. Please, y'all, this is a given. Do not skip the stretches. I'm sure many of you guys know this, but you know what? Actually walk the walk. Don't be like, stretching's very important, and skip it. Do it. Don't just say it. With that said, we got the last song for the first half of our show set up for you guys. This is The Wanted with Walks Like Rihanna. Welcome back to the second half of What's Poppin'. This is your boy, Brian Jew. And now it's time for Poppin' Grooves, filled with smooth grooves of R&B and soulful music. Now, feel free to send us a request. You can do that by sending us a text message to a sharper pound 1013. Each text will cost you 51. You can also send us tweets, messages, and we're live in the studio. So that means please pick up that phone and give us a call so we can have a little chit chat to 02-778-1013. And also, you can send in your requests live on air with me. Yes, but for now, we have a message from our sponsor, and we'll be right back. And our sponsor today is Downy. Alrighty, y'all. Hope you guys are ready for some good R&B music. Now, there are a lot of R&B artists these days that are inspired by the R&B music and artists of the late 1980s and the early 1990s. But I say the real deal is when you are exposed to the R&B and soul acts like Steely Dan, Marvin Gaye, Al Green, Herbie Hancock, the Isley Brothers, Stevie Wonder, and much, much more, of course, of that funk and soul era. Now, listening to all those artists while growing up, Remy Shan's love for funk music made him an outcast, but that didn't stop him from becoming the talented artist he is today. So check it out. This is Remy Shan with Rock Steady. That was Rock Steady by Remy Shan. Now, Remy Shan's love for music gave him a record deal with Motown Records, a successful first album, The Way I Feel, winning awards and Grammy nominations. Late last year, he announced with his channel that he's working on a new album, which is entitled Executive Decisions, and it suits well for artists with his own label, of course. You know, I do it. And I'm pretty sure a lot of artists out there are doing the same thing because, you know, sometimes you don't need a big record label, a big name behind you to, you know, release albums. It's about the people. It's about the people you want to make the music for, your supporters, because that's all they care about is the music, not which label you're under, which big deal producer's working with you. They just want to hear some good tracks. So big ups to Remy Shan right there. But we're going to get to the next song right now. And I told you guys before, today's R&B music day, you know, smooth grooves, poppin' grooves. And that's the corner we're doing right now. And whatever smooth R&B tracks you want to listen to right now, because it's Monday morning, you know, trying to get back into the groove of things. We don't want to go too cray-cray. We want to get slowly into the move, and the but the groove of everything. So if you guys have any R&B tracks, please send us a request, just like this young lady did right now. Name is Monica Gucci, and hit us up on Twitter. I said it earlier. It's a great track, of course. Great song to set the mood. Check it out. This is Zane with Hey Mr. DJ. Yeah. That was Zane with Hey Mr. DJ. Was y'all feeling that? Because I was in the studio right now. I ain't lying, too. I was grooving. My shoulders was moving. And it feels good because the song's called Hey Mr. DJ. And she's talking about, Hey Mr. DJ, put a record on. And that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to, you know, make your day brighter. Start your day off right, of course. You know, like everybody says, start your day off with a good breakfast. And that's what I am. I'm like breakfast to your ears. I'm trying to make y'all, you know, groove at your desks, of course, if you're at your workplace. If you're at school, of course, school could be boring. I ain't gonna lie. I've been there, done that. It's a little boring in the mornings, of course. So I'm trying to uplift your mornings. So we're going to play some good R&B tracks for you guys. Like I said earlier, today is Poppin' Grooves Monday, which means we're going to be playing all the smooth grooves, R&B tracks that you guys love listening to. And the next song, of course, is another request. And it's a request by Jade. And the song, I love this song because, you know, not just the song, but the artist herself. She's very talented. You know, she's been in movies, producing albums, writing for other artists. You know, her husband, of course, is a big deal, of course, too. You know, Swiss Beats. Of course, that's her husband, of course. You know what I'm talking about. Miss Alicia Keys. She's not Miss anymore. She's married, but I'm saying, you know, she's multi-talented. And, of course, on top of that, I say this every single time Alicia Keys' name comes up. But she CrossFits. There you go. That's all I got to say, because a lot of people are like, oh, you shouldn't CrossFit, especially women, because it makes you big. I was like, no, it don't. It makes you look sexy. And Alicia Keys is a perfect example of a very sexy CrossFit woman. There you go. So we're going to play the next song for you guys right now. This is requested by Jade, of course, the one, the beautiful CrossFit, and Alicia Keys with No One. Once again, that was Alicia Keys with No One. What a great track. A great example of the R&B tracks we're playing today. Of course, it's not like smooth grooves, but still, it's a bumpin' R&B track. For you guys at work and, you know, schooling and whatever you're doing right now this morning, hope you guys are, you know, slowly waking up and getting out of that funky morning mode. Because, of course, we all go through the same thing, trying to hit that snooze button if you're in bed. You know, I did the same thing. I actually set the alarm this morning at 7:30 and hit the snooze button and set it up so it rings every 5 minutes. And every 5 minutes, I'm like, snooze again, snooze again, snooze again. But, you know, eventually we get out of bed. But like we said before on the show, it doesn't help to get the extra 5-10 minutes of sleep in the morning. It actually makes you more groggy. So actually, if you're going to wake up early, just get right up, take a cold shower, and start your day. But right now, we're not going to talk about waking up in the morning. We're going to play another song for you guys. And the next song we have set up for you guys is a beautiful young lady from Canada, a singer-songwriter at the age of 30 right now, Miss Melanie Fiona. Great vocalist, of course. And the next song is featuring John Legend. And the song is called Love. That was Melanie Fiona featuring John Legend with LOVE. And you guys are now tuned into What's Poppin' on TBS efm. But unfortunately right now it's time to wrap things up. But before we go, we got another song set up for you guys. Now, if you think of a male R&B group, which group comes to mind? Of course, Boyz II Men first. 2, BBD, Belle Biv DeVoe. Now, how about a group with a huge hit song? It's so great that it's up on many lists on one of the top 100 great pop tracks of all time. And I'm talking about No Diggity, No Doubt. The group Blackstreet, yes. And they're a group that, that was a shame to see breaking up, of course, back in the day. Even though all the members eventually started their solo careers, still we wanted them to stay as a group. Now their music remains reminding us of all the good old days with their songs like Booty Call, Before I Let You Go, and of course, like I said, No Diggity. But the song that came up after that is a song called Don't Leave Me. It's a great track, and I'm going to play that song for the last song for you guys. And also, earlier I was talking about, bringing up the intensity level to get, good results in your workouts, which is very important. I also talked about how sports players train for 4 years just to give their best shot at the Olympic Games. And yes, things, needs to be judged fairly, and it's the one place where politics and money shouldn't be involved, where players have a fair chance to prove their abilities. But when you think about it, in the end, it's all about victory over yourself. So you might be the biggest hurdle that you need to jump over to find true victory. So I hope you guys find that one day. I pray for that. And before we go, we got the last song for you guys. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, so don't be too sad. This is Blackstreet with Don't Leave Me. This is Brian Jew signing off. Peace.